Good Saturday evening, everybody. I am meteorologist Jacob Matthews, and we are still dealing with snow showers across the region. As you can clearly see from our radar, this is our Buffalo radar right now, giving us a lot of snow still happening, stretching from Erie all the way up to actually near Buffalo. But this is not the only batch of snow that we are dealing with. If we go over to the national radar, you can also see snow showers happening over near Cleveland. It seems like it's stretching from Cleveland all the way to Conneaut, but in general, it seems like it's all lake effect given the northwesterly winds blowing into Erie County. And as you can see here, the counties highlighted in pink, that's Erie as well as Ashtabula and Crawford. That indicates a winter storm warning, and that winter storm warning is in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow. So we still got a few hours until the winter storm warning is no longer in effect, and the snow showers are not as much of a concern by then, but they will still be a concern as we're still dealing with snow showers overnight, and it's mainly going to be lake effect snow bands that are affecting the snow belts. And speaking of snow belts, we are now seeing a lot of snow piling over within that belt, and we actually did get Weather Watcher reports of snowfall totals since Wednesday, or since Thursday, since the whole system started. From Albion, we got 13 inches, French Creek 13 and a half, and up to a foot over in Venango. So let's just zoom in on the radar just to see where those cities are. Looks like French Creek is right over here, and Albion is down there. Venango should just be west of French Creek. So overall, looks like the snow belt, if I could just get the drawing tool real quickly, the snow belt seems to be stretching from around here down to Albion. So this is a general location of where the snow belt is. And here, this is where we are seeing the most amount of snow on the ground at this moment. And it seems like from what the weather watchers have reported, seems to be up to a foot and even up to 13 inches. So within that red outlined area, that's the amount of snow that we are seeing, though it might be a little less. It seems like other areas might not be up there as much as French Creek as well as Albion. But we could be up to a foot in other areas, or maybe just up to 10 inches. Either way, it's still a lot of snow, and it doesn't look like it's going to go away anytime soon, given that temperatures are still going to be below freezing even into Sunday. Let's take a look at that 7-day real quickly. If I can just transfer over to my evening show. Just take a couple seconds. All right. Here's the Your Weather Authority 7-day forecast. As you can see, the temperatures are only below freezing. 26 is the expected high for Sunday. A few morning flakes, but afterwards, yeah, not really seeing much. Just partly sunny skies. Still, the streets are going to be filled with snow, I'm pretty sure, and there still might be a few untreated roads out there as well. But either way, just take it slow on the roads. I would recommend staying below the speed limit at all times. And of course, give yourself enough time before stopping at a stoplight or a stop sign so you can avoid sliding into the intersection or into somebody in front of you. But thankfully, we are seeing a nice warm up into this week. As you can see, 35 for Monday. Still a little cool, but at least we're not seeing snow by that time. And then by the rest of the week, temperatures eventually reaching the 40s. And the type of precipitation we're going to be seeing for much of the week as well, rain showers. I'm sure that sounds really nice compared to all the snow that we've been getting in the past few days. Yeah, we're definitely dealing with above average conditions for this week. But as of now, still seeing a lot of snow. Let's get back to the radar. See, as I mentioned before, this red outline area is a general location of the snow belt. But let's take a look at what we can expect on the future cast. This is starting from this evening all the way into the middle of the work week. All right, so here's a look at what we are seeing for this evening. You can still see a sliver of snow there, but if we go a bit closer, if we zoom in there, not so much a sliver because we can see it's a little heavier once you zoom in. And it looks like it's a little lighter just over in Chautauqua County. So overall, this band is what's going to affect the area the most. And it seems like it's in line with the snow belt stretching from French Creek down to Albion. It seems like it's stretching down a bit into Crawford County as well. Yeah, you can see the line of the boundary between Erie and Crawford County. You can see that snow line stretching down there. Now let's fast forward a bit into Sunday morning. You can see that the snow line has gradually diminished throughout that time. So by about Sunday morning, like by the time people are ready to go to church, we're just going to see mostly cloudy skies across the region, but still a lot of snow on the ground as temperatures are only reaching the mid 20s. And I'm sure a lot of plow drivers will be at work by that time. So hopefully they'll clear the streets enough for people to get ready for church and to get ready for any other things to do on Sunday. But hopefully it will be better, but there will still be a fair amount of snow on the ground, as I'm pretty sure, as temperatures are going to remain below freezing. But thankfully, we're not going to see any snow forecasted for all of Sunday. Just a bit of breaks in cloud cover for the evening, as you can see here, and then looks like cloud cover is going to break apart even more, and we're going to see a shift in the wind direction, winds blowing in from the south starting early Monday morning. But the cold air mass that we are dealing with is still large enough across the area. So even though we are seeing a southerly breeze blowing in by Monday morning, it's still blowing in cooler air. So it doesn't seem like we're going to see a big jump in the temperatures, at least until about Monday afternoon. By Monday morning, it seems like this will actually help the temperatures lower even more. So we can expect lows in the mid teens for Sunday night into early Monday morning. But then we're going to see the warm up starting Monday afternoon as that breeze continues. Blowing in warmer air, and it seems like the cooler air mass is going to shrink by that time. So it seems like much of the cooler air is going to retreat in time for the warmer air to eventually take its place. And then by Tuesday morning, it seems like we're seeing another batch of precipitation starting off as wet snow mixing with rain, given that temperatures are going to drop down to, let's see, what did I put? Drop down to, yeah, it seems like dropping down to near freezing by that time. But then the temperatures are going to kick up to the low 40s for Tuesday, and it looks like all of that's going to change into rain showers. So definitely looking forward to that. Also, to all the people joining, if you do have any snowfall totals that you would like to report, be sure to send them our way. We would greatly appreciate that. As of now, from our weather watchers, we've been reported 13 inches for Albion, 13 and a half for French Creek, and up to a foot for Venango. And it looks like we've also got 10 inches for Union City. So overall, in the snow belt, it seems to be a total snowfall amount of 10 to 13 inches, which is in line of what the National Weather Service has predicted. Okay, our producer Dorian just told me that we're about to do some cut-ins, so I'll try to keep it quiet while we get those cut-ins in. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to whisper a little bit as the cut-ins are happening. Again, if you have any snowfall amounts that you would like to report, just be sure to send them my way. Again, we've gotten 10 to 13 inches in the snow belt, which is shown in the outlined red area on the radar right now. And we're going to continue to see the snow into tonight and a few flakes into tomorrow morning. But it looks like it's all going to move out by the middle of the afternoon, or at least the start of the afternoon. That's one of the cut-ins. That's Jay Leah Burns giving one of the cut-ins right now. So I'm just going to keep it quiet while she's giving the news right now. So it looks like these lake effect bands are mainly affecting what seems to be northeastern Erie County and even Chautauqua County, but we're also seeing another band happening around in Ashtabula, as well as western Erie County and even western Crawford County. But the main concern will be another lake effect snow band expected for tonight. Let's take a look at that futurecast graphic. Yeah, you can see that sliver of snow. Let me do a little bit of manual control here. You can see that sliver from eastern Erie down into northern Crawford County. And as we slowly progress through the night, you can see that it's starting to thin out a bit. By midnight, it will start to shrink a little bit, but it will still affect southern Erie County as well as northern Crawford County. And then it will continue to try to make its way into eastern Crawford County thanks to that push from all those westerly winds. But eventually, by Sunday morning, looks like it's all going to be gone, and we're just going to be dealing with mostly cloudy skies. But temperatures are still going to be cool enough for the snow to stay on the ground. And if there are any untreated streets, any untreated roads, which will likely happen before church starts, just be sure to take it slow. I would highly recommend staying below the speed limit at all times. And before you reach a stoplight or a stop sign, give yourself enough time to slow down, or else you might slide into an intersection when you're not supposed to, or slide into someone in front of you and rear end them. And we definitely do not want that to happen. All right. Okay, I was just given word that the cut-ins are now over, so I'll speak up a bit more. Now, if we progress into the rest of Sunday afternoon, you can see looks like cloud cover is going to break apart, and we're going to see a shift in the wind direction as well as early as Monday morning. Now, even though this is going to be a southerly wind, still it's going to blow in cooler air, as the cooler air mass is still large enough to have a lot of cooler air be blown into our area. Now, the cooler air mass is eventually going to retreat over time. So by about Monday afternoon and evening, we're going to see a noticeable warm up. Temperatures eventually reaching the mid 30s, so above freezing, but then dropping down to near freezing early Tuesday morning. So we're going to see another mix of wet snow with rain showers, and then eventually it's going to be all rain by Tuesday afternoon as temperatures actually reach near 40. And we're actually going to see 40s for next week. So even though we're still dealing with a lot of snow, at least on the 7-day forecast, we got some pretty good stuff happening. Well, at least relatively good compared to what we are seeing now. Rain and wet snow for Tuesday, and then just a chance of showers from Wednesday through Friday. Seems like it's a lower chance for Wednesday. There's a chance that those rain showers could stay to our south, but rain showers are more likely for Thursday, and temperatures kicking up to close to 50. But then a cool down starts for Friday. Another chance of showers possible that day. Much cooler for next Saturday, but looking cloudy. Not really seeing much rain on the forecast, and temperatures only reaching near 40 degrees. All right, so we've seen the radar as well as the 7-day forecast. Let's take a look at what we are now seeing from the weather cameras. This is a shot of Edinburgh right now. It seems like the visibility is really low as what appears to be the snow belt. It looks like the snow belt's in full effect for Edinburgh at this moment. And yeah, accumulations have piled up greatly. And it looks like the streets are still left a little untreated. So yeah, if you live in Edinburgh and you must drive if necessary, just again, take it slow. I would drive below the speed limits at all times. And if you're approaching a stoplight, just take it slow as well. Give yourself enough time to press on your brakes. Yeah, just give yourself enough time to hit your brakes so that you would not slide so much and end up in the intersection or end up hitting someone right behind you. So yeah, again, just stay below the speed limit and give yourself enough time to slow down before approaching a stop sign or stop light. All right, so this is what Edinburgh looks like. Let's take a look at other weather cameras. I'm just gonna pull those up. Let's see, we got Edinburgh. Let's take a look at the Bayfront right now. Okay, so this is the Bayfront. Not as much snow falling out here, but you can definitely see the streets still having a lot of snow and slush, and still a bit of work to be done. And doesn't look like much snow has accumulated over here, but we did get a word from Dr. Tom in Niagara Pier that a couple more inches of snow has fallen in the area. And looking at the snowfall, the change in the total snowfall from Wednesday to today. Wednesday was only 7.6 monthly. That was the monthly total for Erie, 7.6. The monthly total kicked up to 13.6 for 5:30 earlier today. So overall, 6 inches so far in Erie, and it's expected to increase a bit more for tonight. I'm expecting maybe another inch. So overall, we may get 7 inches total for near the bayfront. And as for the snow belts, we've reached up to a foot as well as 13 inches, and we're still getting more with that snow band still affecting the area. So yeah, another shot of snow likely, but it seems like that snow will be from southern Erie County to northern Crawford County. Let's take a look at the futurecast. So we got reports from Albion that the snow has officially reached 13 inches. Same goes for French Creek. Albion is about right here. French Creek is about right here. But if we progress through the rest of the night, it looks like the snow band is going to stay in between those two towns. So it looks like it's going to affect southern Erie County and into northern Crawford County. Those areas have experienced about 10 inches of snow, as what I've seen from Union City, which is about in southeastern Erie County. So it looks like with that snow band staying in southern Erie County as well as northern Crawford County, it looks like it's going to affect the areas that have only gotten about 10 inches of snow. So it looks like an additional 2 to 3 inches within that band. So it looks like those areas will also kick up to a foot or 13 inches before Sunday morning. And by Sunday morning, all that's going to be gone, but it's still going to be cold enough for there to be snow on the ground. All right. Now let's take a look back at the weather cameras. All right, so here's another shot of the Erie Bayfront. But let's take a look at what Girard is dealing with. All right, so here's Girard. It looks like the snow is pretty light, and this is definitely not the snow belt. As you can see, not as much snow accumulating out here as compared to Edinboro. Let's see what Edinboro looks like. Yeah, it looks like visibilities are still a lot lower in Edinboro, and you can definitely see the snow is piled up a lot more out there. But back in Girard, yeah, I mean, not as bad, but still pretty bad. I would those people on the camera right now, they have the right idea. Just take it slow on the roads. Just stay below the speed limit. Winds are also blowing about pretty quickly, so that's going to really impact the wind chill factor as well. Let's take a look at what the wind chills look like right now. Let's see. Let me pull up the wind chill graphic. Yeah, so this is the wind chill graphic right now, and pretty straightforward. Very chilly throughout the region, but not as chilly for Erie. Still seeing positive digits. But if we go over to Jamestown, where there is still a lot of snow being dumped out there, the wind chill at this moment -2. And let's take a look at the wind speed. Let me just pull up that graphic real quickly. Wind speed. Here it is. Coming in from the northwest at 15 miles per hour in Erie, 16 miles per hour in Jamestown. And yeah, with the higher winds over in Jamestown, it kind of makes sense for there to be lower wind chills, but also the temperature is lower over in Jamestown. You can see 14 over in Jamestown. That's the actual temperature. So overall, with a faster wind and a lower temperature, the wind chill factor is a lot lower over in Jamestown at -2. So yep, pretty chilly night. It seems like the concerns are more snow as well as wind chills. All right, Arnold Joshua from Girard, or said Arnold Joshua did say that Girard has over a foot now. Whew, oh boy. Okay, so it looks like it actually is pretty bad out in Girard right now. Though it looks like this weather camera is showing that doesn't look like it's at a foot, but it looks like this might be the least worrisome part of Girard. Maybe if we just turn the camera around, maybe we can find where the snow is at its worst. Let's just turn it around. All right. This usually takes a little while. Okay, so this is facing west, I believe. Yeah, this is facing west towards the intersection of routes 18 and 20. And yeah, we can see a lot more snow falling out this way. Okay, yeah. Now this is a better picture of how much snow is falling in Girard, and this clearly looks more like a foot, or at least close to a foot, much like what Arnold Joshua has said. Oh wow, got a bit more comments. Lori said Edinburgh, 14 going on 15 inches of snow. That's pretty much what I expected. Yeah, a lot of snow dumping in Edinburgh right now. Thank you to Lori for that. John said that's kind of what I reported technology back in the blizzard of 77. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It would be a lot more helpful if we had this kind of technology in the blizzard of 77. Yeah, nice comment there, John. All right, Springboro was over a foot, closer to 15 inches or so. All right. Mm-hmm. Might as well redraw what the snow belt looks like. Okay, so since we got more reports from Girard as well as Springboro, if we can just zoom in to get a better look. All right. So since Girard has been affected, we might as well redraw that snow belt line. Going from here, seems like it's closer to Erie, down to Edinburgh. So this seems to be a section of the snow belt right now, which reminds me, let's take a look at a camera of Meadville right now. Let's see, Meadville. All right, that's the Tops grocery store. But let's take a look at Chestnut Street. That'll give us a better idea of what the snow looks like on the ground. All right, again, something like this takes a little bit of time. Just turning over towards Chestnut Street. And if we do have any Meadville watchers, yeah, be sure to send a snowfall report if you have one. All right, so let's look at Chestnut Street. Ooh, looks like just outside of Chestnut Street. This looks like a good amount. I'd say at least 8 inches, if not more. And it looks like Chestnut Street still has a bit of work to do. Gotta get those plow drivers ready, and gotta really put a lot of salt on the roads. Corey's now at about 10 inches. Okay, thank you for all these reports. Might as well redraw this snow belt line right now. Seems like with all these reports coming in, the snow belt line is a bit larger than anticipated. So seems like the snow belt line is stretching down here, and it seems like within this outline there are reports of at least 10 inches of snow total from Thursday to right now. And from Corey, we did get 10 inches. Thanks to John for that report. And even over in Union City, we got 10 inches. Albion has shot up to 13 inches. French Creek, 13 and a half. Girard has gone up to a foot. And it seems like Meadville is also getting dumped a lot of snow. Well, a lot of snow is dumping on Meadville right now. Seems like from this image alone, we may see accumulations up to 8 to 10 inches out there. But again, if there's anybody in Meadville who would like to give a report of how many snow has fallen over there, be sure to send it my way. Titusville, roughly 5 inches. Thank you to Jeff for that. I was driving downtown, driving to the Erie Philharmonic. Unfortunately, our Erie downtown weather camera is still down, so we can't really show what the conditions are like out over there. But we can take a look at what the Bayfront camera looks like, what the snowfall looks like at the Bayfront right now. Okay, so given what we are seeing on this camera, it looks like road conditions are still pretty bad, so just be sure to take it slow. I would definitely recommend driving below the speed limit, and give yourself enough time before driving up to stoplights as well. If we just lower the camera a little bit from Erie Bayfront, maybe we can get a shot of the parkway just south of Dobbins Landing. Let's see here. All right. just taking its time. All right, so here's another shot of the Bayfront Parkway. Seems like a lot of tires, a lot of cars have been driving on the road, so that's been clearing a bit of snow and leaving a path for the cars. So likely there is a path on State Street as well, but still a lot of slush to be expected on the roads, and that will make driving pretty difficult. That will possibly lead to sliding as well. So again, just take it slow. I would recommend driving below the speed limits and giving yourself enough time before approaching stoplights. All right, let's go back to the radar. So what I drew is an outline of the snow belt and reports of at least 10 inches of snow total since Thursday. So overall, if you live in these areas, likely there's still a lot of work to be done from the plow drivers, and there's still a lot of snow on the streets. So yeah, if you have to drive, if there's any reason you have to drive, and if it's absolutely necessary, just drive below the speed limits, take it slow, and give yourself enough space between yourself and the person in front of you. And I want to emphasize, be sure to give yourself enough time before approaching a stoplight or a stop sign, because with all that snow on the ground, you're likely going to slide, and if you don't give yourself enough time, you may end up on the intersection, or you may end up rear-ending somebody, and you definitely don't want that to happen. But yeah, overall, looks like the total snowfall has reached at least 10 inches and up to a foot, if not more, in the snow belts, and the snow belt is shown from the red outline here. As for Erie, it looks like it has kicked up to 6 inches since all the snowfall has all the snow showers have happened since Thursday. And it's expected, and we're expecting to get even more for tonight, but it's all going to slow down for Sunday morning. Afterwards, a nice warm up, even though we are going to see rain showers forecasted from Tuesday through Friday. All right, so that's pretty much all of what I wanted to update you guys about. So just be sure to stay safe out there. And again, if you have to drive for any reason, just be careful. And we're all in this together. Just just stay safe. And thankfully, we're going to see drier weather for tomorrow and Monday. All right. So stay safe out there, everyone. Have a good night, and see you all next time. Bye.